Hi everybody, Andy here. I have been out for a while because we have moved. You can tell I'm kind of in a different spot than the rest of my videos are filmed in. But we have moved from an apartment to a house and we're really enjoying it, but things have been a little crazy, so I haven't been able to film a video. I wanted to film this video reviewing Almay's Smart Shade CC Cream. It does have an SPF of 35. I was really eager to try this CC cream because I have a BB cream that I really like. I did want it to have more of a color correcting kind of oomph to it that the BB cream sort of lacks. So I was hoping that this would be that product, and you can watch the rest of the review to find out whether it was or not. And I'm going to take you now to my bedroom where this morning I put on the product. We'll walk you through that, and you will have to excuse the darkness of this next segment because it was dark and stormy in my neck of the woods this morning when I did this. So the lighting's a little low, but I think you'll get the idea. I'm also going to check in with you throughout the day and then wrap it up at the end with my verdict. Almay Smart Shade CC Cream. Here you go. So here I am at my makeup table, and like I said, it is a really gloomy day outside, so sorry if the lighting's a little low. I've tried to compensate with some extra lamps and things, but so I'm going to be giving you my first impressions as I apply the Almay Smart Shade CC Cream. It has an SPF of 35, and I'm going to be using shade 200, which is light medium. Now they didn't have the next shade down, which is like a pale light color, and that might be better for me, but we'll see. This might be a little dark. But what I've done is I've gone ahead and gotten my face prepared, and what I used to get myself to this point is I used my miracle oil, and if you would like to know how to make your own miracle oil, I will link to it. I won't go into how I use it right now, but I used my miracle oil. Then I used my Boots Expert Anti-Redness Serum, like I do every morning. And then I used some L'Oreal Visible Lift concealer. I used this under my eyes and just on some red spots as usual. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up my Almay CC Cream. Let's see. First impressions. It's really smooth and creamy. I'm trying to get a smell from it. I don't really smell much at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just apply this with my fingers. Now, I've seen some people apply it with like a foundation brush. You could do it with a sponge as well, I guess. But because this is a CC cream, it's more of a tinted moisturizer. I'm going to just use my fingers. I find that easier. You do what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and just start going to town. If I'm looking to the side or down, it's because that's where my mirrors are. It's really smooth. And I'm starting to see what some have said, that it smells like sunscreen. And I hate the smell of sunscreen. It just brings back so many memories of childhood just being forced to wear sunscreen, and I hated it so much. So I really hate the smell of sunscreen, but I do think that sunscreen is important, blah blah. So as I'm putting this on, it does smell a little sunscreeny, but not a lot. It's not unbearable. I was a little nervous because one reviewer said that it was overwhelmingly like sunscreen, and I'm not getting that from it. I'm also noticing that it's really, I don't want to say oily, but it's really, you know, the consistency of sunscreen, where it's kind of greasy, it kind of feels like that, and that's not boding well for you, Almay. Okay. So there's one shade. I'm just going to bring it down. There's one layer. I always keep my Ellen Tracy, these are moisture facial cleansing wipes. I keep some brand. I get these at TJ Maxx. They have a bunch of different types there usually. But I always keep some type of makeup wipe handy because like I have it all over me and on my hands. First impressions, I don't know if this is really any different than the BB cream that I have. My favorite BB cream is Garnier's BB cream. This is Garnier's Skin Renew Miracle Skin Perfector in light medium. This is my favorite BB cream. I love this stuff. And this, as far as coverage goes, it's not that different. I was wondering if it would be more full coverage, just because it is a CC cream. It's supposed to be complexion correcting, color correcting. So I thought the coverage would be a little more intense, but it's not bad. The coverage is not that bad. It is a little shiny, and it just feels kind of tacky, wet, sort of. I'm sure that will die down. I'm going to go ahead and set it with a little bit of powder, and I'm just going to stick with this one application. I'm not going to layer it up too much. I just want to see what one application of this, how that will wear during the day. So I'm going to go ahead and set it. Let's set it with some Color Stay powder by Revlon. Here's my Revlon Color Stay and a big old fluffy brush. So I'm just going to give that a quick swirl, and I'm just going to go over and set it really quickly with a little bit of powder, just in hopes that will kind of help set it up. That feels so much better already. So I would definitely recommend wearing a powder over your CC cream if you go with the Almay Smart Shade. So my overall first impression of the Almay Smart Shade CC cream, it's light to medium coverage. I'm happy with the coverage right now anyway. After I set it with that powder, it feels fine, feels like any other foundation. So I'm interested to see how this is going to wear throughout the day. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and finish out my look for today, just put the rest of my makeup on, and then I will check in with you later on. I'll check in with you in a couple hours, and then at the end of the day to show you how it wore throughout the day. To me, that's a big thing. If it goes on and looks beautiful for an hour, then it's not worth it. So I want to show you how it wears throughout the whole day. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup now, and I'll check back with you after that.
Heavy on the pillow, and I can't help but wonder what could be beneath the floorboard. Summer and a new state.
Hopefully this picture is now brighter and a lot easier for you to see. It was so dark this morning, so sorry about that, but I am now about 5 hours into my wear time for the Almay CC cream. I'm really not impressed. I feel like my face is pretty oily right now, and not only that, but I put some on my eyelids, and the my color tattoo eyeshadow has totally creased, and I rarely ever have that happen. So I think the CC cream is just a little too oily for me. The coverage has thinned out quite a bit. It's really, you can see a lot of my redness showing through, and while it looks like I'm still wearing a light amount of coverage, I feel like I'm still wearing makeup, but I feel like it's just not the amount of coverage I would like. I think the oiliness and the shininess have just made this a product that I will not be using. I find that the BB cream kind of tends to go the same way toward the end of the day, just because it is so moisturizing, and it's meant to be. It's meant to be a moisturizer that's tinted, but I kind of feel like I expect just a little less oil out of it. I hope this review was helpful to you. You may agree, you may disagree with my opinion on the CC cream. Let me know. And if you've tried a CC cream that you like, also let me know. I would really still like to find one that works well.